anybody bombs ISIS, then Syria will have no problem with that. Just stay out there in the east of the country and clobber ISIS. I think Russia could do it better. It would be good to deliver some nice jets to Syria. Let them do it themselves. But in the short run, it may be the U.S. And it's clear the attitude of the Syrian government is to welcome the U.S. effort against terrorism. And let me point out, right? They say, oh, we don't want ISIS to have a safe haven in Syria. There is no safe haven in Syria. ISIS in Syria is continuously subjected to attacks by the Syrian Arab Air Force and the Syrian Arab Army. So that is simply a fraud. They're under constant attack. Assad did not create ISIS. NATO training camps in Jordan and Turkey created ISIS. And ISIS was created with money from Saudi Arabia and the Gulf. We'll get to that in just a minute. So we also have Elliot Engel of NBC usefully pointing out the Free Syrian Army is non-existent. There is no such thing. What would you do if a commander, top general, came and said, I'm going to base my strategy on the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus? Those are every bit as mythical at this point, every bit as imaginary as the Free Syrian Army. They've all scattered. They all fled. They took their money and ran. There is no such thing. So therefore, our call to the U.S. Congress, of course, vote against $500 million for that gaggle of lunatics calling themselves the Free Syrian Army. Right? The only people left there are the con artists who are going in for the bitter end. And the one thing that McDodd pointed out that I would repeat: Obama, get on the phone, call President Assad, call Assad, coordinate the bombing, exchange intelligence, avoid incidents, make it cooperative, costs you nothing. And indeed, I would have to say, given the fragility of Obama's mentality, do it secretly. Okay, do it behind the scenes, do it confidentially, but do it. You don't have to announce it. Your left liberals, Samantha Power, will be angry with you, and Rice may be angry with you, but you, Obama, you call Assad, coordinate the bombing, clobber ISIS that way. Back in a minute. Welcome back to World Crisis Radio, the 12th of September. And let me point out that we have the McCain pictures where he's cavorting with terrorists, palling around, as Palin used to say, before she got arrested in a drunken brawl, whatever it was, and then freed. Palling around. McCain is palling around with Baghdadi, the caliph now, Caliph Ibrahim. He's palling around with the cannibal. Then we've got McConnell palling around with the Koch brother, saying, we're going to crucify the American people. We're going to flay them alive. We're going to do an economic ISIS on the average wage earner. There's also this other interesting question, right? Fox News, thinking they're very clever, have brought forward some contractors, right? Some guys who are not exactly our national heroes, but these contractors come forward in their book 13 Hours, and they say there was a CIA stand-down order for Benghazi. Well, fold that in too, because if there's a CIA stand-down order, that could only come from one place: the commander of the CIA, General David Petraeus, the neocon general. So with that, you're right in the middle of the Romney October surprise in September, October surprise in the area of early voting, which was Benghazi. Now,